Hello everybody on Facebook, Instagram, email, Patreon, and the newsletter. Happy Sunday. We're back from Colorado. It was a wonderful time. We did our bi-annual, if that means twice a year, Songwriters Expo, Durango Songwriters Expo in Colorado. And we just got back driving through, took mom and the kid with the wife, and the aspens were popping. It was like little lemon lime lollipops all over the woods. It was gorgeous. Highly recommend the drive. Very special year. I was able to formally present the legacy songwriting work. I'll share a video on that lecture later, but it was just a very special time to be able to share this work with a number of eager songwriters who have big hearts, lots of talent, and a lot of opportunity. So it was great to be able to share that. And then shortly after, we were able to go to the tiny town of Crestone, literally the smallest town I think I've ever been to. We even got to hang out with the mayor and had this really interesting introduction to the town with the End of Life team there. I had read about them in this book by Caitlin Dowtry called From Here to Eternity a number of years ago. And just essentially it's exploring elements of ceremony and closure to end of life in different cultures. And not only different cultures, but different communities. And one of those communities was Crestone, Colorado. And they had this beautiful tradition over there where they do an open air cremation. And it's where the community can gather and curate their own experience as far as the person who is passing gets to kind of direct everything very originally. And it's a way to where, in traditional senses, end of life can be somewhat distant for many, or the whole process of closure can be a little sterile in Western culture. And this is a way for that community to gather and to participate. And it was powerful stuff. I was able to hear it from the folks who conduct these rituals, and beautiful. One of a kind. I've never seen anything quite like it. And so a good friend was able to introduce me before I came, and they were familiar with the music and the art, and I was able to share a decent bit of the legacy art and Ash's work as we were in town, but we only were there for 3 days, so we'll be back. So all in all, Colorado was terrific. Got to drive back and see a bunch of friends along the way, including some talented artists who have this pretty sweet setup out there with their sculpture studio where they use those big blocks of marble and do that classic Italian style with chisels and hammers and kind of like the old days. It's pretty cool. And so coming up, we've got a busy weekend heading to Hearst Castle for my birthday. I'm turning 33 next week. Oh, on the 18th. Not quite next week, a day from next week. And 5 years ago, we were able to go, my mother and I, to Hearst Castle. 7 years ago, I think that was like 2016. And so we're going to kind of full circle it after 5 years of doing the international castle retreats, and now we're looking towards Mexico and building our own little castillo down there as a place of art and contemplation for people all around the world. It's pretty amazing to look back on the last 7 years and see where we are now and where we're going and how we're doing it together. It's pretty special. So I'll be posting more on that next time and sharing a little bit more about the reflections that come from the castle. Then the month after that, we're off to Mexico and having to do with the build and some preliminary research for hosting retreats down there, more of a sketching, painting, art-oriented retreat, because that town in San Miguel is packed with artists, and it's a great hub for international collaboration. And so, all in all, thank you for your support and all the involvement that you guys give with this work, and it's very special work to share with all of you. And I hope for everyone who's not directly involved, I hope that it's inspiring, and all the music and the reflections through the art. I welcome you to join a little deeper if you feel inclined. It's beautiful work. And I think we've seen some deep moves in regards to the healing that it can bring. It's refreshing. Long time in preliminary work, and it's beautiful to see the blooms of the flowers. And so with that, I bid you adieu and see you next time. Thank you, my friends.